before we start the show. Thank you for coming. Yay. You guys can clap, it's okay. We're really happy that you guys are here to support the kids. They've worked really hard.
Just really quickly, this is Carrie.
This is Mandy.
We're the presidents and directors this year. And first, we just want to say a quick change to the program. Heather Phillips is in there, but she actually couldn't be here tonight because she's sick.
Yeah. She has an 104 temperature, so
she's not performing.
And for safety measures, if there's a fire of some sort or an emergency, we have an emergency exit right there with big exit signs on it, and then in the back of the theater, and then one right there.
Also, if you need to leave for any reason, please wait in between monologues. Don't go in the middle of someone's performance.
Yeah.
And now, to start us off, we have Becca Stacy, who is performing a monologue about confronting a friend about some bored voice. Yes.
Oh, thank God. There you are, Hazel. I have been looking for you all day. I know you come to the park on Tuesdays, so I had to come and hunt you down because I got a bone to pick with you. You remember that guy I met? Brad, the one that I met at the plumbing department of Home Depot? It was all going great. He gave me his phone number, and he even winked at me as he walked away, and I might have drooled a little bit as I watched him walk away. But then you! I know I can always rely on you for great advice. Like how you told me to store all my food in my basement for the winter. Genius! I barely had to leave my cozy little house for like 4 months. But now, Hazel, you have failed me. I did everything just like you said. And do you know what Brad did? He changed his phone number and moved to Ohio! I ate so much peanut butter before our first date because you said he would love the smell of nuts. I saw him the next day in the park and I chased him right up a tree just like you said, but none of it worked! None of it! That was the last time I'm taking dating advice from a squirrel!
Up next, we have Catherine, who we find confessing her love to a mere mortal.
You know when I said that I knew little about love? That wasn't true. I know a lot about love. I've seen it. Centuries and centuries of it. And it was the only thing that made watching your world bearable. All those wars, pain, lies, hate. It made me want to turn away and never look down again. But when I see the way that mankind loves, you could search to the furthest reaches of the universe and never find anything more beautiful. So yes, I know that love is unconditional, but I also know that love can be unpredictable, unexpected, uncontrollable, unbearable, and, well, strangely easy to mistake for loathing. But what I'm trying to say, Tristan, is I think I love you. Is this love, Tristan? I never imagined I'd know it for myself. My heart. It feels like my chest can barely contain it, because it doesn't belong to me anymore, Tristan. It belongs to you. And if you wanted it, I'd wish for nothing in exchange. No gifts, no goods, no demonstrations of devotion. Nothing but knowing that you loved me too. Just your heart in exchange for mine.
Aww.
So, you might know this one, but let's hear Nicole's take on one mean girl.
To all the people whose feelings got hurt by the burn book, I am really sorry. You know, I've never been to one of these things before. And when I think about how many people wanted this and cried over it and stuff, I mean, I think everybody looks great tonight. Just look at Jessica Lopez. That dress is amazing. And Emma Gerber, that hairdo must have taken hours and you look really pretty. So why is everybody stressing over this thing? It's just a piece of plastic. It's really just a piece for Gretchen Wieners, a partial Spring Fling Queen, a piece for Janice Ian, and a piece for Regina George. She fractured her spine and still looks like a rock star. And a piece for everyone else.
And now I am pleased to welcome my co-director, Mandy Borges, as she talks about a tragedy involving her friend.
I dropped her off that night, about 1:45. I should have asked her to come over, or at least asked if anything was wrong, but she seemed so normal. Not happy exactly, but, you know, like yourself. I met her freshman year, an introduction to British literature. We made each other laugh. She was bitter and cynical, but still really nice. I knew she had depression, but it was weird. We always had fun together. That part I never really made sense of. That night, we saw a play, and then we went to a midnight movie. I was nodding off during the last half of it, because I had gotten up really early to go running, and I just keep wondering if there was something in the movie or in the play, some trigger or some reason, something that could have set her off. Something that I missed. I just keep trying to look for clues, for answers. She'd survived so much. Why that night?
On a lighter note, next we have Jonathan, who's going to be detailing on how to properly accessorize as a man.
Guys can carry purses now. Nothing new. Back in the 80s, we used to carry purses all the time. Until it flopped, well, because we called them purses. I've wanted to carry a purse for years, enviously watching you girls get to carry so much stuff around, while us guys have to fit everything we want to carry in our pockets. Well, no more. I have my man bag. We just needed some guy-friendly terms to justify this new behavior. So now, what to carry with all this storage space? I've had a look at my wife's purse to see what she's been carrying. Let's see. Cell phone, keys, yeah. Perfume, makeup, Kleenexes. No. A guy's man bag should only contain manly stuff. Open up a man bag and you should find a remote control, a laptop, or maybe even some tools. And you can't carry one of these bags until you understand the rules of use. For instance, you can't carry a man bag like this. See how it just flops everywhere? It just doesn't look right. You need to carry it like this. See how it's crossing my chest, all man-styly and stuff? That's the way to go. You must think of your man bag like a gun holster of the Wild West days. And the strap crossing your chest is like the extra set of bullets. So you know what? Since I'm that cool, I'm gonna carry 2 man bags now.
Now we have Mia, who's going to be telling us how annoying it is to obsess over boys.
Do you know the worst part about liking boys? It's those little butterflies you get in the pit of your stomach. I mean, one day you'll be lounging around mitts and gum in case he randomly kisses you or something, but like that's gonna happen. I don't get why guys turn us girls into the hair-twirling bimbos that we know we're not. I mean, like Carly Rae Jepsen's Call Me Maybe. One honest-to-God girl goes up to the guy she likes and goes, "Hey, I just met you and this is crazy, but here's my number, so call me maybe." Either a girl who's really, really crushing on a guy, or is on, well, crack. I mean, there's other ways to get a guy's attention, right? I mean, what do they like? Food, video games? I guess a lot of them like sports. I could pick up golf, learn a swim or two. I'm just gonna have to hope for the best.
We're all different, so let's see how Emma embraces what makes her, her.
So this morning, a bird woke me up. It was a lark, or a peacock, something like that. So I said hello, and it vanished, flew away. The very moment I said hello. It was quite mysterious. So you know what I did? I went to my mirror and brushed my hair 200 times without stopping. And as I was brushing, my hair turned mauve. No, honestly, mauve, then red, then some sort of deep blue when the sun hits it. I'm 16 years old, and every day something happens to me. I don't know what to make of it. When I wake up in the morning and get dressed, I can tell something's different. I like to touch my eyelids because they're never quite the same. I hug myself till my arms turn blue. Then I close my eyes and I cry till I can taste my tears. I love to taste my tears. I am special. I am special. Please, God, please, don't let me be normal.
Up next, we have Sarah grieving over her lost sister and the memories that were lost with her.
I haven't been up here in a while. This attic needs an airing and a dusting. This attic used to be such a sanctuary for me. Whenever I'd feel sad or disappointed, I'd run up the stairs, bolt the door, and come back hours later, so full of life. I haven't been that Joe in a while. I can't write. I can't do anything, really. In the past, I could always come up with something. Beth used to say, Joe can make the clouds disappear. I want Beth back. I never should have broken that promise. I never should have gone to New York. If I hadn't, everything would be different. How can I manage? How can I go on day in, day out, as if nothing has happened? And now we have Allie, who goes a little too far to get what she wants.
I never wanted to hurt anybody. No, really, I don't even enjoy hurting anybody. It's just, sometimes people just don't listen. So you have to use persuasion. My parents, Sharon and Dave, generous, doting, or worthy. All I ever wanted was a ballerina Barbie in her pretty pink tutu. My birthday, I was 10. Do you know what they got me? Malibu Barbie. That's not what I wanted. That's not who I was. I was a ballerina. Graceful and delicate. They had to go. My first husband. the heart surgeon. All day long, coronaries and transplants. Sorry about dinner, Deb. The Pope had a cold. My second husband. He loved his state. He loved his country. Sorry, Debbie, no Mercedes this year. We have to set an example. Oh yeah, we'll set this. And my latest husband, the late Fester and his adorable family. You took me in. You accepted me. Did any of you love me? I mean, really love me? So I killed, so I maimed, so I destroyed one innocent life after the next. Aren't I a human being? Don't I yearn and ache and shop? Don't I deserve love and jewelry? Well, goodbye, everybody. Wish me luck.
Now, Kira will explain how it is to deal with a slightly obsessive neighbor.
Mr. Cornell, I have tried to be friendly, I have tried to be neighborly, and I have tried to be cordial. I don't know exactly what it is you're trying to be. That very first day, I was appreciative that you carried my trunk up the stairs. The fact that it slipped in about 5 flights and smashed to pieces was not your fault. I didn't even mind that personal message you wrote on the staircase. I mean, I thought it was crazy, but sort of sweet. However, things have now gone too far. I cannot accept gifts from a man I hardly know, especially canned goods. And I got your little note. I can guess the gist of it, even though I don't speak Italian. This has got to stop, Mr. Cornell. I could do without you leaving little chocolate almond Hershey bars in my mailbox. They melted yesterday, and now I got 3 gooey letters from home with nuts in them. And another thing, I can do without you sneaking into my room after I go to work and painting my balcony without telling me about it. I stepped out there yesterday, and my slippers are still glued to the floor. Another thing, I can do without you tying little bottles of eau de cologne to my cat's tail. The poor thing kept swishing it yesterday and nearly beat herself to death. Above all, Mr. Cornell, I can do without you watching me get on the bus every day through that high-powered telescope of yours. You got me so worked up, I nearly got on the wrong bus. In short, Mr. Cornell, and I do not want to have to say this again, leave me alone.
We can all have trouble with authority, so let's see how James stands up to this injustice.
I should start by saying that I'm more ashamed of what I did in that classroom than anything else I've done in my entire life. It was dead wrong. I have no case here. I'm sorry. But not now, nor ever, will I be apologetic for its intention. Every day, we, the students of Cape Side, come to a place where you guys are in charge. You tell us when to arrive, and you tell us when to leave. You tell us when to move rooms, and you even tell us when to eat. You tell us when we're doing good, and you tell us when we need to be doing better. And we never ever question it because we're just too afraid to. To question it would be to go against the belief that you guys know what's right. And I'm not afraid to tell you that what happened in that classroom is not right. To make a student cry, to embarrass him, and to strip him from his dignity in front of the entire class is just not right. While I do respect the system, I don't respect men like you, Mr. Peterson. I don't, I can't, and I never will. Have a nice day.
Now we have my dear co-president as she details a woman's duty to her husband.
Such a duty the subject owes the prince, even such a woman oweth to her husband. And when she is froward, peevish, sullen, sour, and disobedient to his honest will, what is she but a foul contending rebel and a graceless traitor to her loving lord? I am ashamed the women are so simple to offer war when they should kneel in peace, or seek rule, supremacy, and sway when they are bound to serve, love, and obey. Why are our bodies soft and weak and smooth, unapt to toil and trouble in the world, but in our soft conditions and in our hearts should well agree with our external parts? Come, come, my froward and unable worms, my mind hath been as big as one of yours, my heart as great, my reason haply more to bandy word for word and frown for frown. But now I see that our lances are but straws. Our strength as weak, our weakness past compare, that see me to be most, which we indeed least are. Then veil your stomachs, for it is no boot, and place your hands below your husband's foot, in token of which duty, if he please, my hand is ready. We it to him please.
Next, we have Lucy talking to a past love and the trouble she's been having since the breakup.
Sneaking over here the first time I told you about this place. It was late that night when I finally got in, and my parents were furious. I can still picture Daddy standing in the middle of the room, and Mom on the sofa looking straight ahead. I swear I thought a family member had died. You know, I guess that was the first time my parents knew how serious I was about you. Mama gave me a long, long talk later on that night. She said to me, you know, sometimes our future is dictated by who we are, and not by what we am. And, I mean, I guess she was just trying to protect my feelings, right? She just wanted me to let go. And that's why she kept the letters from me, right? Well, I mean, none of that matters now. I mean, now that I'm gone, he's charming, handsome, sweet, successful. He's kind to me, and he makes me laugh. And I know that he loves me in his own special way. But there's just one thing lacking from our relationship. And that one thing is the love that you and I shared that summer.
Sometimes things don't go according to plan, so Ariana is going to show us how messy things can get.
Away from me, and don't tell me you're sorry. Don't tell me to forget it, and don't you dare tell me to let it go. God knows I'd like to. I wish I could, but I can't. I can't forget that we had something, and you're running away. You're running away, Mark, don't you get it? You're running from what I've searched for all my life. Why? Because you're scared? Well, I'm scared too, but we have something worth fighting for. And I'm not saying it'd be easy, but you're denying the simple and wonderful fact that you're vulnerable and emotional and alive. me that I mean nothing to you? That everything that happened that night was a lie? That you feel nothing? I feel sorry for you, Mark. I'll move on. I'll find someone else because I know that I tried. That I did everything that I could. And one day, you will look back and you will realize what you threw away. And you will regret it always.
It's hard standing up to bullies, especially when it's your friend. So let's see how Christine handles the situation.
You know, I don't even know why I liked you. You're superficial, you're rude, and you're just not nice. Do you see what you did to Jess? She'll be upset for weeks, and why? Because she thought you were cool. And I did too. But not anymore. You know, I've had it. I've put up with your crap long enough, and so has this school. And you know what the worst part is? I thought we were friends. I thought we'd go to the mall and laugh and talk, and it really hurt me to find out why I was here. Just to do your dirty work for you? What's the matter? Not brave enough to do it yourself? Yeah, don't answer that. I already know the answer. I just wanted to let you know that it hurt me. And I don't know how many other people you'll hurt, but I hope you have a miserable life and live in a miserable house with a miserable family. And you know what? You deserve it. You know, you always said you wanted to hear the truth and never had any problem saying it. So just to let you know, you're not that pretty and you're not that smart. So take your lunch and leave because you're not wanted here.
Finally, we have a cat.
Our jolly monologue will get us into the holiday spirit. La 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 la.
To my dear husband. No. Dear Chris. No. Dear Nick. Dear Saint Nick. Dear Mr. Claus. I am so sorry it has come to this. We've been married for over a dozen centuries, and yet somehow we've grown apart. Maybe it's the fact that you spend more time with your reindeer than you do with me, or that you're not completely happy, unless you're down in that workshop slave driving those poor elves. The rest of the world sees you as unceasingly jolly, a beacon of merriment. They don't know the real Claus. Quiet, sullen, a workaholic who drinks too much eggnog. But what about that bowl full of jelly you call a stomach? Maybe you should spend less time making a list and checking it twice, and more time on the treadmill. I'm sorry, I don't mean to lash out. None of these things really matter. They aren't why I'm leaving you. The truth is, I found someone new. Now, who it is isn't important. But all that matters is how happy we are, hiding Easter eggs and decorating chocolate rabbits. And one day, I hope you can find happiness too. What about the tooth fairy? She's always had a thing for you. I'm leaving this note next to a plate of cookies and a glass of milk, for old time's sake. Farewell.
refreshments after outside, and they're free. And just really quickly, we have a special announcement. We're for the first time announcing our screenplay to everyone in Monologue Night, who's one of you. And it is
Plaza Suites
by Neil Simon.
Thank you guys for coming. We hope you enjoyed the show.
And please join us for refreshments. Thank you.
No.